guys, so today I'm actually doing something completely different. Well, not completely different, but like with the eye look. I actually want to come on YouTube now and start doing more makeup tutorials. I want to change my background. I've been really thinking about ideas about how to do that, a DIY how to do that, because I do not want to spend $100 on buying a backdrop. So I'm going to try to do a DIY with that, but starting off with my makeup, I just really have wanted for a really long time to start doing out-of-the-box makeup tutorials. Not out-of-the-box, like, full, like, oh my god, how am I going to explain this? Not like, I'm not as good as Jaclyn Hill, I'm not as good as Nicole Guerrero, I'm not as good as all these, as Dulce Candy, but I'm learning. I have just purchased a palette, which is going to help me do that, and it is the Morphe 35S palette. This actually isn't the first palette that I wanted that was on my list. I actually wanted the 35O. I wanted almost every single palette, and this one was like at the bottom of my list just because the colors were just so random. I feel like in the palette, like the colors are just so random, and I didn't want that. But this is actually a really good palette to do makeup with because it is so random with the colors. It has your pinks, your blues, your greens, your coppers, your purples, your silvers, your blacks. Like, this is the type of palette that you want when you want to start doing more out there or get out of your box eyeshadow looks. Emerald green and just greens this year is going to be really popular for makeup looks. I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers do those looks, and it really inspired me. But instead of doing the shiny one, which I was originally going to do, this shiny or this sparkly shimmery green, I decided to just really just take an extra step and just do an all matte look all over the eyes. So I did use different matte colors from different palettes because this palette didn't really have, I mean, it has this dark matte brown and this light vanilla matte color, but I didn't want to use such a deep color because I do have hooded eyes, so that's just going to make me look like I got punched in the face. So I did really nice transitions. I'm stepping out of the box for me. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, you know, and I don't want you guys to say, I thought you're going to step out of the box, everybody does this makeup look. For me, this is completely different. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope I did a good enough look. I hope that this, you know, steps up my channel a little bit. So I will talk to you guys later. Let me know what colors you would like to see next. And I don't know, I'm gonna go eat something because I have an hour to get to school, so I'm gonna probably cook myself something. So I will talk to you guys later. I'm starting out with my e.l.f. face primer to prime my face for the makeup. Never got love from the government, handed down streams till it never gets in. And then I'm going to go into my Day and Night palette by BH Cosmetics, and I'm taking this plain skin color eyeshadow. It's not going to show up. I'm just using this as a transition color so that all of my next colors will blend seamlessly into everything and it won't just look like a big blob. Going into my Lorac Pro palette, I'm going to be taking the color Sable and putting that into my crease. And then I'm going to be applying some tape to my eyelid so that I can get a sharp line. I'm using a flat, small shader brush to get it in there because I do have hooded lids. If I use too big of a blending brush, it will go too high up on my crease. But then once I have that color placed down, I'm going to take a blending brush and blend it out. Going back in with the BH Cosmetics Day and Night palette, I'm going to be taking this medium tone dark brown and I'm going to be placing that on top of the light beige colors in my crease. This is going to help darken my outer corner and also have a smooth transition between those three other colors that I just placed down in my crease. Now I'm going into my Morphe 35S palette and I'm taking this matte emerald green color and I'm going to be packing that onto my eyelids with a very dense brush. I need a packing brush for this, but I'm going to be using what I have, which is like kind of like a bullet brush, but it's dense enough to get all the color to stick onto my eyelids. You don't want to take this color higher than your crease. You want to keep it right there in the middle of your lids, just so that you have a seamless blending effect on your eyelids, and you don't want to look like you got punched in the face. So I just purchased some BH Cosmetics brushes not too long ago, and I'm going to be taking, I think, the 117 blending brush. This is going to be my clean blending brush that I use to blend out everything. I don't want to add any more color onto this brush. This is going to be the clean one that I blend everything out with. Since you do lose a little bit of color when you are blending, I'm going back in with the original brush that I use that does have the soft beige color on it, and I'm going to be adding that onto my eyelid. I'm not going to be putting any more on that brush. I'm just going to be using what is left up there. Don't be scared to use your fingers to blend too. They are one of the best blending tools that you have on your body, so you might as well use them to your effect. And then I'm going to be going back in with the beige, not the BH, but I'm going to be going back in with my Morphe 35S palette, and I'm taking this matte vanilla color and putting that on my brow bone, and that's going to also help blend the colors that are below it, but it's going to also highlight this color. Actually does have a little sparkle in it, but it's not shimmery. Before I take my tape off, I'm going to be adding some more green. I'm packing that up there because, like I said, you are going to be losing some color when you're blending, but I also want this color to be as vibrant as possible. Before I go to my under eyes, I'm going to be putting my Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation on. I think that's what it's called. Going to my Sonia Kashuk 4 Quad Concealer. I'm going to be concealing under my eyes. I'm going to be putting it on my nose, my forehead, my chin, and on top of my Cupid's bow. I just purchased the Morphe Contour Palette, and although I love the yellow setting powder that's in it that I'm going to be setting under my eyes with and everywhere else that I put my concealer, I'm not too in love with the contour shade because I feel like it blends out too much, but it does look kind of good on camera right now. But in real life, I feel like it just blends out. I don't know, I'm still experimenting with the palette to see if I really do love it or not. I'm taking a semi-fluffy brush and brushing off the excess powder. I did want to bake, but this was my first time baking, so I'm kind of hesitant with it. I let the powder sit up there for just a little bit, but then I took it off. I didn't let it stay on for the rest of the tutorial, but you can still see that it did highlight really well. I really love this yellow powder in this palette. Going back in with the Lorac Pro palette, I'm taking Sable with a bullet brush and putting that on my bottom eyelids. I didn't show you guys, but I'm taking this eyeliner brush and I'm putting the matte green that I have on top of my eyelids, and I'm putting that into my waterline just to have the look a little bit more smoky. I didn't want to blend it out too much because I didn't want it to be unwearable throughout the day, so I just stamped a little bit into my waterline. For my highlight, I'm using the Max Studio from TJ Maxx palette. I'm going to be using the light gold color that's in the middle, and I'm going to be highlighting my inner tear duct with that. Now I am actually contouring with the Morphe palette, and I'm going to be using both the contour colors to mix them, and I'm putting them where I need them, which is the hollows of my cheek, around my forehead, and also under my chin. And I'll be blending it out with a BH Cosmetic angled brush. What can I do to get the money? We ain't got the money. We ain't getting. I'm using the Kiss Lashes in Al Natural for my eyelashes today. I'm using the pink carnation blush that I got from my Ipsy bag to put on my cheeks, and I'm also going to be using something else from my Ipsy bag that is a highlighter. Oh my god, I forget what the name is. I'll put it in the description box, but it's like a pink highlight, and I'm going to be putting that on my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, my Cupid's bow, and also on my chin. I just can't believe what they done to me. We could have a good break. I just wanna be. I'm going in with this Kat Von D lipstick. It is a limited edition lipstick. I forget what it's called, but don't worry, everything's going to be in the description box for you guys, so you guys can check it out if you want to. And that completes my look. I wanted to do a very natural lip because I'm like doing a bold lip and
eyes. Kind of scares me right now, but that is the finished look. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later.
I am in love with this